what's up? How y'all doing today? This is Bernard Connor, as y'all know. So, I made this account to help people grow their channels and make better content. And it's not only about better content because it's social media thing. It's not about who makes the better content, even though that helps. Don't get me wrong, but it's mostly about who follows the guidelines. If you make perfect content, you don't follow the guidelines right, your content is just gonna flop. But if you follow the guidelines and actually do the things that they ask you to do and follow the rules right, and this comes from me, former YouTube employee, um and from other people that work like co-workers that work with YouTube and stuff like this, and in the social media game generally, people work there and stuff like this, and people will get crazy results from this stuff. But as of right now, before um I adapt more into that YouTube stuff and going viral. Let's talk about money. It's like diversify the channel a little bit so that we can go to the channel and see what really people are like pulled towards and understand because I really like talking about money and uh, I'm really passionate about that topic, money. That's like something that really lights me up. It's a topic that really like you know uh, makes me want to talk. It makes me want to figure out and dive deeper into it and or and explore like what's really going on. How did money start and how this world just became money driven and all these other things. And of course, I like people that debate me. And uh, if anybody that has uh, counter idea about the stuff that I'm talking about, you're more than free to um, put it down in the comments, and then I'll do my best to reply and see what I really think about it. But as of right now, like I said, top of my see what I'm gonna start with is that a lot of people, including me, uh, what we always tried to I always tried to I was always trying to find out how to make money. You know what I'm saying? I was always trying to find ways to make money and felt like I was worrying, how to find ways to make money and this wouldn't work, that wouldn't work, this wouldn't work. I'm always trying to find that how, none. And I stopped one time and I looked at everybody. You know, oh, most of these people are like average, you're living like a mediocre or like a middle class life or stuff like this. And, I really took the top and I'm like, I want to be more than this. Uh, if everybody thinks like me, trying to find ways to make money and how to make money and stuff like this, what makes me different? Why would I get the answer if they're, you know, asking the same question I'm asking, or they're actually doing more work than me and stuff like this? Some people got more people than me, and I was really here about myself and stuff like this. So I was like, these people got more resources than me and stuff like this and better um, stuff that gets them there. So why isn't everybody rich? That question really, kind of kept my motivation to find ways to make money and stuff like this. But and I was kind of you know, um, falling back or actually just put my gear on neutral because I was like, yeah, that's true. Like everybody would have, you know, everybody would be super rich if that's the right question to ask. And I I know how to make money. It's just why is it not like I've been doing that for years? Why am I not making a lot of money? That was the question that's going in my head. But like I said, I kind of put my gear up neutral just to know what up. I was really going. And what I understood is, at first I was frustrated. I was like, yo, my motivation is gone, and kind of pulled it back a little bit and stuff like this. But then it actually turned out to be the biggest blessing that happened to me. You know, because I changed the question. I was like, why am I trying to know the how if I don't know what is money? What is money? Like, have you ever took the time out of the day to just ask yourself, what is money? What is it? How did we get here? What is it? And everybody, now I'm going to get your mind working up so you could start thinking and asking yourself the right questions. So I'm going to tell you exactly what, I'm not going to tell you what it is because that's what you, but I'm going to tell you the questions. I ask the questions. When you start asking the right questions, you get the answers. The universe, the answer, finding the answer is the easiest part to me. The universe always gives you the answer if you know the right question to ask. You gotta know the right question. Once you know the right question, the universe will just give you the answer. That's the easy part. But if 70% of the formula is the question, how to formulate the right question, ask it the right way, and that, 10% is fine. You know, the environment that you need to ask this question, and the rest 9% is the answer. The answer is the easiest part to me. And when I took some time off and tried to understand what is money, now it became like I'm not chasing the money. No, now the money is trying to like kind of explain to me what it is. Like, like I'm trying to like understand the game, make the money, or how to like, get it. Like instead of trying to how to get it, I'm like, what is it so that I can actually just, you know, like have it, which is two different things. Like if you think about it, like if you use your mind to think about it, you will get where I'm going with this. But actually take the time off and just ask yourself this question, and be like, ask yourself this question, be clear headed. Don't try to like say things you memorize or the things you learn at school, and no, then your body tell you like just take like 2 minutes, 2 minutes clear your mind, and just ask, look yourself in the mirror, wherever you are, and just ask yourself, what is mine? And just hold. Now, see what comes out. You know, when she asks yourself this question, now it's gonna actually be, you know, you're not gonna be paper driven, like you're gonna be purpose driven. Because now you are like trying to understand the game instead of trying to understand the rules of the game, or like, we're trying to understand the rules of the game instead of trying to understand like how to win the game or stuff. You already know, like I feel like you're born knowing how to win the game. Everybody's common sense. Winning the like knowing how to win the game is common sense. Seen kids that know how to, you know, like trade and how to sell and how to deal with it. What did it be? But they don't understand. It's what are they doing and stuff like this. But so this really, like I said, triggered my that part of me and made me ask this question, like, what is it? Hmm, You know, and I'm gonna give you an example. This is it's not like what I think of money or anything, but you know, like hypothetically speaking, public money is just like a game of cards. What if who has the most cards? By cards I mean money. Who has the most cards wins. No, I say have the most cards or collects the most cards don't mean like safe. Say it has the most cards you can invest in, bring more. Don't matter. I'm just saying who has the most cards. Who has the most cards really wins. And there's like deeper stuff that I'm gonna be talking about in this channel later. But really, guys, change your approach, change the questions. Gonna change a lot. Change the questions, and instead of trying to like, you know, because he does this of the how, he's just gonna be writing down like the trade note. Not getting into nothing. You know what is the trade note. You don't know where you are. So how are you gonna like, you know, you're just gonna be like in the moment of it, which is, I had to take time to like zoom out and understand really what's going on. That you are in the trade now. This is not taking me anywhere. I already know how to run, but the running gives you money. Money is energy, right? So if you run it not a trade move, you basically make trying to make the money, but you kind of money on the trade move, so you're wasting your energy. So you already know the how. You know how to run, right? You just don't know where to run. What is it? Why I'm not running? That's it. That's yourself the Jane, your questions like not very the question, and you start getting their answers. And one more thing I want to talk about is that what if, no, not what if, but this actually true. Like, like these things you got to actually take some time off to like actually like by you running and trying to get it. You are not gonna ask these right questions where you take some time and figure out ask these right questions where $1 bill has the same value as $1 billion. It's the same thing. You know, if you invest that $1 to get $2 to get four, and all the way to a billion. Basically, it has the same value. And I directly, but like, he did the plink. Says he the same exact thing. So you are already there. You just gotta like, you can't run. Fuck, you already got it. You have $1, you have $1 million, and just, you gotta use magic. That's one more thing that's the biggest topic that I'm gonna be talking about in the next video. That this shit is magic. The game of money is magic. Magicians, you know, who can transfer $1 to two. In addition, who can make one bull turn into two. In addition, who can make $5 become $10. In addition, so it's really magic. You know, as as uh as young as we would always like taught that magic is not real and stuff like this. And the ideal magic that we think about is not real, but magic is real. Magic is really like how find a way to turn $1 or $5 into like 10,000 or 10,000 into like a million. That's magic to me. Like, invest in, because it really comes out of thin air. I've seen it happen. I've done like I will invest like some money and I'll triple it. It just I'm like, what the fuck? It came out of thin air. Basically, just like I'll buy something for like, just say this amount of dollars, and then next thing I know, this I sell it for 3, 4 times the price, 5 times the price. So it's like, it makes no sense. That's magic to me, you know. So magic. I'm gonna beat that and deeper about this in the next couple of topics. Now, right now, let's keep it right here. And thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you like the content, and I will definitely see you again. This is Bernard Conf. Uh, have a good night, good day, and whatever. Peace.